We have a new one called Issues in Social Media. So this will be open to any student, and it is a first year course. And it's actually taking students through almost the darker side of social media and the things that they may be impacted by negatively as a social media manager. So, again, looking at sort of ethical issues, but things around consent, things around harassment, and those sorts of darker issues. But also looking at how they can actually protect themselves from those issues. And we're really lucky that I think Brian Solis's new book, Lifescale, is going to fit really nicely into that course. And so I'm working now to see how, we can actually embed that in and create class activities around that. So Brian's book is it released this week, I think?
It'll be, I believe,
March.
next week. Yeah, next March. I mean, he's doing a big launch at South by Southwest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he's pretty much like a fundamental leader in our industry. And so this is going to be a great book to kind of show kind of like how do you basically break some of the digital distractions that we've been basically bombarded with in social media and how to address it. But what I like what Brian's done is he's really taken the research, but then also interjected his own personal experience and stories and say, okay, why is this relevant? And so I think you're going to be the first professor that's really done this, incorporating his book around the world, which is
it's
again,
amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm thrilled for you. And I think that's a class too. Like, I mean, one of the themes that I've seen a lot coming about just in this early part of 2019 is that the well-being, the wellness, mental health. Like, how do we basically use technology, but understand how it kind of plays a big part in our lives, both the positives and challenges of social media. So I think having a class like Issues of Social Media, you're able to address some of the questions or issues that maybe people are afraid to ask about or may have not had a chance to really discuss in other classes. So when is this class going to be launched?
It will be delivered next semester, so it will be in July.
July? Okay.
2019.
That'll be very cool, yeah.
Yeah, and I think one of the great assessments in that is students then have to develop a how-to guide for secondary school students around one of the issues. And so they say, one of the best ways for people to learn is for them to teach someone else.
Yeah.
And so that was the thinking behind that. And I'm hoping to get some funding so then I can rework the content that the students create and to create a website and some videos with them in it, talking, giving that advice. And of course, it will all be checked by experts to make sure it's all, it's all excellent advice. Yeah. And then create a social media campaign to actually target people in that age group to learn more about how to protect themselves online.
So you're adding the strategy, the content creation, but then also adding that really cool element of community service and giving back to the community to really kind of help the better society really address some of these challenges and issues. So again, you're taking the social media program to the next level, Karen. That's just tremendous. And so I think that this class will be really, really wonderful to kind of see it, flourish. And I would imagine that many professors and academics will be looking to you for guidance on how to structure this type of class because it's really, really innovative and much needed in our profession.
Absolutely. And I think too, we've been so excited by the explosion of technology that we haven't really looked at how to navigate that in a really safe and productive way. And we've heard, the assumption that also that young people are more digitally literate than emotionally intelligent. And I think that really stems from the fact that we haven't actually taught people to use technology in a social way, to actually use it to enhance their life offline, and using it as a tool with an actual purpose as to why you're on it and how it's going to impact you offline, rather than just immersing yourself in it because you've got nothing else to look at.